He used ANAP foundation, his own foundation, to start doing opinion poll, skew the opinion poll to be favorable to Obi. That was a corruption. Atedo Peterside of all the wealth, what is his contribution? Okay, let's go to Popo, where he comes from. What has he done? That he will come national television and say people are riffraffs. Who does that? Who does that? That they did not consult you, a Lagosian, according to you. A Lagosian. And when people believe that they are the only ones who have solutions to problems. No other person has any solution to problems other than them. Now let me tell you, during the 2023 presidential election, Atedo Peterside came to my house, not government house, my house, to see me. I said, what's the problem? He said, he told Peter Obi, if we can win the primary, look, it will be hard to support you. We'll support the wicked. That's what he said. I wasn't there when he said it. So I said, what do you want me to do now? That we should support Peter Obi. I said, so how will he win the election? So I have no problem about that. The same man, without disclosing to the public that this is the preferred candidate, he used ANAP foundation, his own foundation, to start doing opinion poll, skew the opinion poll to be favorable to Obi. Is that a corruption? The man who you are for this man, you now became the head of opinion poll. You come out on television, skew the opinion poll favorable to Peter Obi when you have an interest. Without disclosing to the public, look, Obi is my candidate too. That's deceitful. This is the same man calling people riffraff because I didn't own a bank, because I was unable to establish a bank. That's how I become a riffraff. 23 appointees of the administrator. He said they are riffraffs. I take serious exception to that. Anyway, Atedo Peterside, you let him know. You can't do that to people. If God has blessed you, He'll bless you. All of us must not receive the same blessing from God. Every of us must not have the same opportunity. Look at those who are appointed, even though I don't know some of them are PhD holders who have spent time to read in university to come up with that level. You refer to that they are riffraff. You say, another assembly is rascality. How? How? Simply because by your own understanding of the Constitution of Nigeria, that the president was wrong. So until they understand the way you understood it, they are rascals.
I still do not understand why Wike keep holding media chat. This is the first time in the history of this country that an FCT minister is holding media chat. Even the president do not hold media chat the same way Nyesom Wike is holding media chat. Okay, even though he wants to hold a media chat, let us agree that okay, he should hold a media chat. Shouldn't that media chat be all about his stewardship to the people of Abuja? What he has been doing as an FCT minister? Why must he always be an avenue to talk about Mr. Peter Obi? There has been no media chat that Nyesom Wike has held that he has not mentioned the name of Mr. Peter Obi. Ever since the last election was conducted, Mr. Peter Obi has never for once come up to talk about Nyesom Wike. He has never mentioned the name of Nyesom Wike. But Nyesom Wike keep calling the name of Mr. Peter Obi. Now he is attacking Atedo Peterside. Now let us go back to everything he said so far. He said that Atedo Peterside called the appointees that were appointed by the sole administrator in Rivers State riffraff. Yes, of course they are riffraff because their appointment is illegal. The state of emergency that was declared in Rivers State is an illegal state of emergency. The president has the constitutional power to declare a state of emergency. But the constitution stipulates what needs to be done before a state of emergency can be declared in anywhere in Nigeria. And none of that has happened in Rivers State. What is happening in Rivers State is nothing but a political crisis. Yes, an internal political crisis that ought to be resolved. But the president has gone ahead to declare a state of emergency. The last state of emergency that was declared in Nigeria was proceeding leading to the 2015 presidential election, when Goodluck Ebele Jonathan declared a state of emergency in 3 northern states that was besieged by insurgency. It was all clear that there was crisis in those states and it needed an urgent attention, of which the president deemed it wise to declare a state of emergency. And he did declare a state of emergency. The president did not suspend the governors in those states. But Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not only declare a state of emergency in Rivers State, a state that is peaceful. He went ahead to suspend the governor in that state and his deputy and all the elected officials. And Nyesom Wike is in support of that state of emergency to show you that it was all his game plan. Of course, the sole administrator that was appointed by the president is all the game plan of Nyesom Wike. Likewise, the local government administrators that were appointed in this state, they are all the game plan of Nyesom Wike. So Atedo Peterside is right to call them riffraff. Back to Atedo Peterside's support to Mr. Peter Obi. Atedo Peterside did not hide his support for Mr. Peter Obi. He went on the national television and declared that he is supporting Mr. Peter Obi. Of course, he knows the reason why he's supporting Mr. Peter Obi, because Mr. Peter Obi was the best presidential candidate in the 2023 presidential election. Now, because Atedo Peterside supported Mr. Peter Obi, Nyesom Wike is now saying all the opinion polls that Atedo Peterside released in favor of Mr. Peter Obi were all skewed because of his support for Mr. Peter Obi. And let us analyze it critically. Atedo Peterside also declared that Peter Obi will win Rivers State. Didn't Mr. Peter Obi win Rivers State? Peter Obi was a clear winner of that election in Rivers State, but because of Nyesom Wike, he rigged that election in favor of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The opinion poll conducted by Atedo Peterside also predicted that Mr. Peter Obi will win Lagos State. Didn't Mr. Peter Obi win Lagos State? Peter Obi won Lagos State in a landslide. Did Mr. Peter Obi win Lagos State because of the support of Atedo Peterside? No. He won Lagos State because of the support of the people. Yes, Atedo Peterside also declared that Peter Obi will win the election, and Peter Obi did win that election. Nyesom Wike is aware that Peter Obi won that election. That was the reason why he went out of his way to ensure that he rigged Rivers State for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If he was so sure that Mr. Peter Obi would not win that election, why did he go out of his way to rig the vote of the people in Rivers State? The sole reason why they keep mentioning the name of Mr. Peter Obi in all of their interviews is because they know the kind of person he is. They know the kind of crowd he's pulling. They know the kind of popularity Mr. Peter Obi has. They know that Peter Obi is the winner of the 2023 presidential election. Everyone in that Bola Ahmed Tinubu cabinet knows that Peter Obi is clear ahead of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is the reason why they can't stop talking about him. That is the reason why they are throwing all murky waters at him, so that they can break his rank, they can demoralize him, they can break his support base. But the more they keep talking about Mr. Peter Obi, the more popular he becomes. Nyesom Wike knows that he cannot achieve what Mr. Peter Obi achieved during the last election. Of course, he is hiding under APC currently now. He cannot do anything in a national election. Talking about Mr. Peter Obi is the only thing that makes him relevant. Talking about Mr. Peter Obi is the only thing that keeps him in the news. I don't understand why he is angry that Atedo Peterside called him a riffraff. Of course, when you look at what is happening in Rivers State, it is only a riffraff that can allow what happened in Rivers State to happen. Nyesom Wike ruled Rivers State for 8 years. During his tenure, nobody interfered in the leadership of Rivers State. Nobody took the structure of Rivers State from him. He reigned supreme in Rivers State. He was the god in Rivers State. Upon leaving Rivers State as a governor, Nyesom Wike installed his successor, Similaye Fubara. Of course, we all know what these godfathers do when they install their successor. They want to be controlling the resources of the state even when they are not ruling that state. They want to be controlling certain percentage of resources in that state. They want to control the structure of that state. That is exactly what Nyesom Wike wants from Similaye Fubara. But unfortunately, it did not go as planned. Nyesom Wike turned around to fight the same person he asked the people of Rivers State to vote for. To fight the same person he told the people of Rivers State are capable of doing the job in Rivers State. Today, Rivers State is being ruled by an administrator, someone from Calabar. Today, all the elected officials in Rivers State have all been suspended. All of this is happening thanks to Nyesom Wike. He is happy with what is happening in Rivers State. The political happening in Rivers State can only be done by riffraff. Yes, politicians that are riffraff. So I understand it when Atedo Peterside, we call them a riffraff. Of course, he's right by doing that. Wike is asking Atedo Peterside what has he done in Rivers State? What contribution has he brought in Rivers State? Wike, what is the contribution he has done in Rivers State? What has he contributed to the growth of Rivers State? As a governor for 8 years, what exactly did he do exceptionally well? Is it in times of HDI? Rivers State is below the HDI ranking. Rivers State is in political turmoil today because of Wike, the same state he governed for 8 years. Atedo Peterside as a private citizen has contributed more to the growth and development in Nigeria more than Wike. Owning a bank is contributing hugely to the GDP of Nigeria and Rivers State. How has Wike contributed to the economy of Nigeria and Rivers State? Atedo Peterside did not wait for politics money to become who he is today. He made his money from legitimate source, from business. If Atedo Peterside is a corrupt man, he will not be speaking against the government. The government would have arrested him. Atedo Peterside is the only businessman in this country, aside Mr. Peter Obi, whom I have seen that is criticizing the government in center. He criticized the declaration of state of emergency in Rivers State. Wike will not do that. He will not even criticize the government in the center if he was out of government. Atedo Peterside is a better person than Wike. He has contributed hugely to the development and GDP growth of Nigeria and Rivers State. Wike cannot survive without politics money. Just barely few years after leaving Rivers State as a governor, he is fighting tooth and nail to still remain relevant. Wike is fighting tooth and nail to still have control of the resources in Rivers State. Take away that resources in Rivers State, Wike will be nobody. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.